Obviously very disappointed in the way we played in the second half. They got going against the zone right at the beginning, getting the ball to Robinson in the high post, and we never got the high post shut down, and you know, the two things that have bothered us all year long, turnovers and rebounding, were big problems. Obviously, once we had to go man, we knew that it was going to be tough for us to try to defend them man to man, because their offensive players are better than our defensive players. It's as simple as that. Robinson's terrific on the offensive end, and so anyway, we played pretty well for most of the first half, and then turnovers got us towards the end of the half again, let them back in the game, and so it's disappointing that we, you know, let it get away from us like we did. I thought our response to adversity in the second half was not very good, and that's on me, and so we've got to try to create some more adverse things here in practice, just to create some physicality, create some tougher situations, so we respond better when something like that happens.
Does this loss, Kevin, in some ways feel more disappointing than others recently?
Sure it does. Sure it does. We're sitting there with a 2-point lead, and we talk at halftime about we got to take better care of the ball, and we got to do a better job on the boards. And then they started flashing him in there in the zone, and every time out we talked about, okay, we got to get in the high post. We got, you know, and we never seem to do it. And so yeah, this one is more this one's more disappointing than others for me. They're all disappointing, but this one, you know, to get doubled up in the second half is that should have happened.
Is the weight of the season, you know, hurting these guys? I mean,
sure it is. Sure it is. Yeah, it is, and it's been tough. It's been tough on them, and we, you know, they continue to try. I mean, that's obvious with the way we came out and played in the first half. They continue to, but you know, I think now we've got a little bit of the uh-oh sort of effect when somebody makes a run or they get the lead or whatever, and that's, you know, that's not something that should happen, but I feel like that happened a little bit tonight.
Coach, did you feel like you stepped off the gas pedal when you had a 15-point lead?
No, we didn't try to do anything differently, I can tell you that. We didn't do anything. We kept playing the same defense we were playing, and tried to play it hard, and tried to take better care of the ball, and tried to rebound better, which we never seemed to be able to do. But no, we didn't. We certainly didn't get any more tentative, I can tell you that.
What do you think you did well in the zone early, I guess? And was it just a case of them finding the high post? Did you feel like you defended it well earlier? Or do you feel like it took them a while to find that?
Well, we defended it well in the first half, and then Robinson went out with the fouls, and so he's by far their best guy in there. And so, you know, whether they didn't try to get somebody else in there to do it, or we did a better job, I'm not. It felt like we did a better job, but. And that's probably what happened. We probably just were a little bit more active. The defense is in front of you in the first half, and you can kind of make guys aware of where the cutters are coming from, and you know, whatever. And then they get to the other end, and they're on their own. They got to talk to each other, and we're not very good at that yet. And so anyway, there's a lot of growth that needs to take place, and unfortunately we're feeling the effects of some of that right now.
Kevin, I don't think you had an offensive rebound in the first 30 minutes of the game. Obviously, then no second chance points.
Yeah, we had 2 for the game, and one of them was a perimeter player, and the ball bounced to him. And the other one they knocked out of bounds, and we got. we don't play with the kind of physicality that you need to play with. And I do get that we're freshmen, and I do get that we're not as strong in some cases and not as athletic in some cases, but we don't embrace the physical nature of the game like you have to in this league yet.
Last question here.
You know, as a BC was going on that run there late in the second half, Kevin, was there any temptation or any thought on your part to possibly take a timeout to kind of get your guys settled a little bit?
Oh, I took timeouts. I took timeouts when took one at the start of the half. What were 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, and any idea what I said in the timeout?
I was saying like more late in the first half though. Like I know you had taken one in the first 2 minutes of.
Okay, I thought you said the second half.
Oh no,
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I probably could have used the timeout there in the first half, but we took timeouts and it they've been coached on what to do, and I'm not going to tell them something brilliant at a timeout that I haven't already tried to think of to tell them, but yeah, I probably should have used one there in the first half, but didn't. So I'll take one more question since I answered that one so poorly.
Coach, you're a little bit hesitant to offer it, I suspect, but it feels like at some point the kid's got to say enough. The kid's got to say, I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to stop that guy.
Yeah,
Not that you're not doing your job, but at some point those kids.
Well, I think yes. But in their defense, I go back to the second half when we played West Virginia. We're down big at halftime, and we make a roaring comeback. But they had Ryan Luther to watch. Ryan led them and was an example for them. We don't have an example right now, and so that's not their fault. And again, yeah, at some point. At some point, our front court guys should be getting an offensive rebound. I mean, you shouldn't play 20 or 30 minutes and not get an offensive rebound. You shouldn't. But I'm just going to say that's on me. I've got to do more in practice to get them there. And I haven't done my job. If I look down there and we got 2 offensive rebounds, I haven't done my job. So I tell them all the time, look in the mirror. And talk to yourself first. Check yourself first, and then before you start checking others. So I'm gonna try to practice what I preach. A little better with that answer.